in need of your horse.
Suits me. I was walking anyway. Might be my horse today. Could be your hat tomorrow. I'll be keeping the saddle.
Who are you? Why you stand there rattling like a snake?
Reckon you know why a snake rattles.
Think you are so quick, huh? Not every trapper wears a fur cap, my friend. Bet you feel pretty silly now I have you surrounded.
Looking for the blue ruby.
I bet you are. You and plenty others.
You know where it is?
Sure. But this is one fella who ain't telling. And you ride on along the river before I put you full of lead.
Hard to ride when you ain't got no horse.
Huh? No horse? Where's your horse?
Shot her. Pulled a blame.
Pulled up lame, eh? Not too bad for it. Was she a good horse? The lame one.
Never met a man who fessed to riding an ornery cayuse by choice.
I would ride such a cayuse if I had one. I used to ride a mule, but they get him too, the horse robbers.
Horse thieves.
Yep, horse thieves. Round here, you meet a man who rides a horse, you likely meet a man who is a horse thief. So maybe it is lucky for you you do not have a horse, for then you would be a horse thief and be a dead man. But a horse thief you are not. But here, if you are not a horse thief, you are taken to be a claim jumper and are a dead man. No, you are not a claim jumper.
You best tell me where the blue ruby is, or make me a dead man, 'cause I aim to find it.
No, you are not a dead man neither. You are not a dead man, but neither is your horse. And you are not looking for blue ruby, you are looking for yellow sky. Yellow sky and Martin.
Yes, that's right. Looking for Pine Martin.
Martin tells me. Every month for 5 years, he tells me look for the man on foot carrying his saddle, asking for Martin. And that man be Thomas Fuchs.
You must be Boudreaux.
Yeah, that's me, Boudreaux. And it's a good thing I remember what Martin tells me, else I don't take you to be Thomas Fuchs. I take you to be a claim jumper, and you'd be a dead man.
Not likely.
Don't be so sure. Many men are now dead here. Men do not come here to live.
So, Martin's got you looking for me.
Yes. He tells me, look for that man. That man be Thomas Fuchs. And tell that man where to find Martin.
Where is he?
I tell you that once already. I say, you not looking for blue ruby, you looking for yellow sky. There you find Martin.
Where's Yellow Sky?
It's two ways you find yellow sky. A horse thief rides another man's horse hard along the river to the end of the ridge, then leaves the river and follows the ridge to the north and east, coming after a couple hours to yellow sky. Then he's a dead man because maybe he rides Martin's horse. Since you are not a horse thief, maybe you walk that way instead.
Best be moving out.
Going that way on foot, though, takes you 4 hours at least, and then you likely miss yellow sky in the dark. The other way to yellow sky on foot is to take the trail over the shoulder of the mountain and come into yellow sky from above. That is the way I take.
Sure Martin's there?
5 years from now, I cannot say. But he was there last month when I took over his share of the blue ruby.
How will I know him?
You have never met Fine Martin? Finding Martin will be no problem. There are not many people at Yellow Sky any longer. In fact, he will be looking for you, I bet. Why do you come for Martin?
He didn't tell you.
Martin tells me only what I tell you already.
Shrewd man. City folks would say I'm here to settle 5-year-old business.
Old business, 5 years gone, eh?
That's right.
Well, I go back to the Blue Ruby now. You tell Martin. You tell him I did what he said to do, all right, Thomas Fuchs?
So tell me, Boudreaux, why is that fellow wearing out his boots?
whole house. Jacks over kings.
I only see 2 pair.
Wild card.
Beats my flush. Christ. One of these days I'm gonna have to learn how to cheat. At cards, that is.
Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days. Problem is, you bluff too much. We have found him of whom the prophets did write.
Set up a deal.
Art thou he that should come, or look we for another? Fuchs.
Almost. Not quite. Closer to John the Baptist than Christ, I'd say.
Looking for an hombre named Martin. Pine Martin. Heard of him?
Maybe. Maybe not. Who's asking?
Name's Fuchs. Tom Fuchs. Martin's expecting me.
Martin's expecting Fuchs all right, from what we hear. But I don't think he's expecting the likes of you. Ain't that right, Cletus?
Not by sight, I don't think.
Besides, Martin ain't here right now. Back in a couple days, I expect.
God willing.
I'd say you fellas are having fun at my expense. I came to see Martin, and I aim to see him.
You may aim to see him now, but if he was here, I don't think you'd be so keen on seeing him.
Ain't the first time I've been told that.
Talk is for liars and fools, friend. And I expect you walk it like you talk it. You know how Martin came by the name Pine?
He put forth his hand and slew 1,000 men therewith.
Martin put so many men in pine boxes. There's a lumber mill in the great state of Nevada, named after him. And I reckon if he were here, you'd be 6 feet under by sundown.
Look, Martin's expecting me. He ain't gonna kill me.
He ain't likely to dance with you. There's only one thing Martin likes better than a good square dance. That's a good killing.
That's the gospel.
You ever met the man?
Maybe. Maybe not. Look, I've got some old business to settle with Martin, then I'll be on my way.
If you do have business to settle with Martin, I reckon it ain't Fuchs' business. My guess is you're probably looking to kill Martin, in which case you'd wind up dead yourself. I think you'd better hear a little story they tell in these parts. A few years back, you see, Martin used to ride with the Fuchs from time to time. Not Thomas, but his older brothers, Matthew and Stephen.
You're telling what I already savvy.
What I smell ain't cooking on the fire, son. Now shut up and listen. The Fuchs hooked up with Martin in Nevada, where they robbed prospectors, knocked off a bank now and then. They headed north to Washington to do the same, long about the time of the silver panic in '93. Figured the lot were pretty sparse. Remaining prospectors easy pickings. Besides, Thomas, the Fuchs' younger brother. That's you now. Lived up around Loomis. Well, Martin and the Fuchs never made it to Loomis to pick up Thomas. They decided to hit the bank in Concanoli. After the job, they split up. Martin hightailed it over the Canadian border. Up here to Blue Ruby. His tailed-off mining claim. Wanted a poker game from a fella named Boudreaux. Matthew stashed the take from the job, and he and Stephen were supposed to meet at Thomas's place, and then find Martin. If something happened to Matthew or Stephen, Thomas was supposed to find Martin and give him his cut. Of course, neither ever happened, because all 3 Fuchs wound up in jail.
Shit. So I'm supposed to have gold for Martin, huh?
Not gold, actually. Paper money. Easier to carry.
Little Frenchie didn't say a word about money.
So, you made Boudreaux squeak, huh? Well, I don't think he knew that anyway. But he did leave out one detail. You see, Thomas Fuchs never met Martin. So as a sign, Fuchs was supposed to show up on foot. You got that part right. But he was also supposed to be carrying a saddle. You weren't. Now, if there's one thing Martin hates worse than horse thieves, it's liars and cheats. Martin's plugged a couple fellows already for pretending to be Fuchs. I think Boudreaux set you up, my friend.
The little bastard. All right. If the Fuchs are all in the hoosegow, why is Martin still here?
Martin's here for a couple reasons, I suppose. First off, it's pretty tough to move around much without a horse. The horse thieves are thicker than skeeters here in Canada. And second, Thomas Fuchs only got 5 years for hiding outlaws. So, Martin's waiting to see if he gets a share when Fuchs gets out. Besides, he likes company. No one here but outlaws and losers. Men don't live here. They hide here.
That's the truth. For sure.
Better to get truth than gold.
Maybe. But less likely. So, who will Martin be sorry he didn't get a chance to plug?
Name's Sim. Sim Richards.
Oh yeah, heard of ya. Ride with Will Parker.
I did.
Seen my horse lately?
Maybe. Maybe not. May have rode in on it.
Well, you know what they say about Will Parker.
Yep.
No. What do they say?
Any horse that don't belong to Will Parker will.
Ain't worth saying, really.
Nope.
Well, Martin will truly be sorry he missed you, Sim. Could have killed you twice. Once for being a liar, again for being a horse thief. He would have enjoyed that.
Guess it's just my lucky day.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Sim! Martin may not be back for a while. You got the guts. Might wait around. Fuchs has got to be free by now, and he might show up any old time.
What's your point?
Well, I wouldn't want to cross Martin myself. But you might try jumping Fuchs and grab the loot.
I don't know. Sounds pretty touchy. What you say about Martin is true.
Pretty timid for one of Will Parker's men, don't you think, Cletus?
Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
Or a belly full of lead. His excuse for not carrying a gun. I don't, 'cause around here carrying a gun's like practicing your draw in the middle of Carson City. Folks take it as a challenge. Personally, I like hiding.
What are you boys here for?
Me? Voluntary exile. Told one too many lies. Thought it best to disappear for a couple of years. Cletus here plays one hell of a mean poker game. For a godly man. Folks don't tend to believe the dealer has a god on his side. They call it cheating.
The Lord works in strange and mysterious ways.
Cletus is right. You know, maybe it wasn't just the throw of the dice that brought you here. Really, Sim, you ought to at least think about jumping Fuchs. I might if Martin didn't know where to find me. You can stay in the shack. Past the mine. If you want.
Yeah. All right. Down past the mine.
Yep. Can't miss it. Christ. A liar and a horse thief. And not very smart to boot. You can't imagine how bad I wanted to blow that scum away.
But not. The sun goes down upon your anger. Why didn't you kill him?
I could tell right off he was a liar. If I hadn't shown a weak hand, I never would have found out he's one of Will Parker's men either. I also think he cashed in Boudreaux's chips. Gonna enjoy seeing this sucker die.
Love rejoiceth not in iniquity.
Damn straight. Now shut up and deal while I figure out what I'm gonna do with old Sim. Sim Richards.
The second coming! This time it really is Fuchs.
Christ, this is perfect. Come on, Cletus, play along with me. Pick up your cards. Don't panic. Fuchs a tough nut by all accounts, but I'm smarter.
Evening.
Howdy, stranger. New faces are few and far between in these parts.
I reckon.
Welcome to Yellow Sky, the land of milk and honey.
Pardon the preacher here. Play a hand or two?
No thanks. Don't gamble.
Oh, I see. I figured that's how you lost your horse.
No, she lost me. Horse thieves. Best watch your string closely.
Don't have none to watch. Thieves got 'em already.
Guess I'm not going much anywhere for a while.
What brings you to Yellow Sky, friend?
Looking for a mine.
Don't have to look hard around here. Likely to fall into one every 20 steps or so.
I've noticed. The one I'm looking for is the Blue Ruby.
That's so. Well, seems you missed it coming around the wrong side of the mountain. Along the river on the other side. What's at the Blue Ruby for you?
Supposed to see a man named Boudreaux.
You'd have a better chance of talking to Lazarus, stranger. Horse thief rode through here not long ago saying Boudreaux's dead.
Guess I'm right out of luck then.
Maybe. Maybe not. Man Boudreaux worked for us here in Yellow Sky. Name's Martin. You might talk to him.
Martin, huh? No, I really needed to see Boudreaux.
I expect you ought to talk to Martin while you're here. He may want to talk to you. He may just have something for you.
All right. Where is he?
Down at the mine right now. Cletus and I'll fetch him. You can bunk up here at the company building for now. Come on, Cletus. Let's go. we tell Martin wants to talk to him?
A friend of Boudreaux's. Name won't mean nothing to him.
Right. Christ, he's sly. He's slyer than me. Didn't volunteer a thing, neither. That's Fuchs for sure.
Sim's playing John the Baptist to Fuchs, tries to ride his rain.
It's like ice. Didn't bat an eye when you lied about Boudreaux being dead, either.
Who'll make me a liar? Liars will burn in a hell fire of damnation. That's for sure. Sim all but said he killed Boudreaux. Said so yourself.
All right. My guess is that Sim was following Fuchs. Mad as a hornet, didn't have a horse to steal. Fuchs got that stuff about horse thieves from Boudreaux. So I'm guessing that Fuchs got to Boudreaux first, and then Sim got to him after Fuchs left. Really made him squeak, I bet.
Maybe Sim and Fuchs are working together.
Not a chance. Fuchs is way out of Sim's class.
So, what are we gonna do then? Why don't you nail Fuchs to the cross and have it done with? And the money is ours. I mean, yours.
No, Fuchs is too good for that. Probably watching every move we make. Gotta hook Sim on this. May not be bright, but it may be fast enough to get the drop on Fuchs.
Nice place.
Carson City the same. Now look, Sim. Guess you just strolled into town. With the saddle.
Not Fuchs.
He ain't said as much, but sure as shit it's him. Hell, he ain't even scared about meeting Martin either.
Ain't likely to if Martin ain't here. Think he's got the cash on him?
Got saddlebags, but it's hard to say. Now look, here's your best bet. Don't jump him. Bluff him. Tell him you're Martin. Maybe he'll just hand you the cash.
Think so?
Fuchs looks to be made of ironwood, so I think you'd be better off that way. But get to the point. Tell him you're Martin, and you know he's Fuchs. You go politicking with this guy, you could be here talking tomorrow. He won't volunteer nothing.
You fellas back me up then?
Not a chance. I told you. We don't cross Martin. You do this on your own.
Yeah, all right. Wish me luck then.
Aces and wild cards. Tell him you're coming. Don't let him get the drop on you. Sidewinders swallow sand rats whole, son.
Yeah, thanks.
Like sheep to the slaughter, Cletus. Like sheep to the slaughter.
More like David and Goliath, I expect. You know, that's the only one-on-one shootout in the whole Bible.
Yeah, and David showed up with no cartridges in his gun.
and a fair imitation of Lot's wife.
Fuchs never looks back, Cletus. Martin's on his way.
Thomas. Bit overdue, aren't you?
Maybe. Maybe not. Who am I talking to?
Ain't these boys told you? I'm Martin. Pine Martin.
So, we finally meet.
Yep. How's your brothers, Thomas?
Bad joke, Martin. You know how they are.
Ain't seen him in years, Thomas. Not since you boys went to jail.
Damn right. And I ain't seen him since they hung.
Jesus, hung? For robbery?
Don't act with me, Martin. Robbery and murder. And you should have swung with them. I've come to collect.
Collect? Collect what? I aim to have that money, Fuchs.
I'm sure you do. Let's not mess around, Martin. Pinkerton's men can't be far behind me now.
All right, Fuchs. Out with the cash. I want it now.
You? Damn. I knew I seen that happen before.
Throw that saddle down. Easy. And throw those saddlebags over here. Now, damn you!
All right. Hey, Martin. Where's Martin?
I want to thank you, Sim. I really do.
And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain. Right Christian of you, Sim.
You see, Fuchs was coming here to kill me.
You're Martin?
That's right. Give the boy $1, Cletus. I lied to you. I lied to you, and I hate myself for it. And I'll do my penance tonight. You see, Fuchs never had no money. Never did. I had the money. All of it. Matthew and Stephen, yeah, they hung. And boy, did they swing. Boudreaux helped me out on that. Tipped off the posse on where the Fuchs were headed. But it's bad luck to have it. Thomas met up with the Fuchs before the posse did. So Thomas found out about me. So I've had to wait here these 5 years. No one can come after me by and by. Best to stay put and keep running, I figured. But Fuchs is right. Pinkerton's detectives can't be far behind. So we'd best be ready for him. Fuchs is dead, and You'll make a pretty convincing dead Martin. And I'll be free and rich. Thanks to you. I'll bring you a few dollars just to say thanks, Sim. Don't go away. Come on, Cletus. Let's go.
Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do.
Doesn't seem to be much doubt about that now, does there?
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall...
Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God.
Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God.
Martin's dead.
Pinkerton, man.
Dead too. You killed him, thanks.
You?
I'm Thomas Fuchs, not one of Pinkerton's men. Told them to look for the Blue Ruby, because I knew they'd find it before I could. Right on that one. Thought they'd get Martin, too. Wrong there. Followed along just in case I had to do that myself.
Yeah, pretty well, though. Got the money, too. Thanks again for getting the Pinkerton man. You do great work with a knife. Don't spend that all in one place, friend.